Live from the Leaf Academy studios, this is Tuesdays with Schwartz, the best podcast to hear success stories and how you can use those stories to succeed in the 21st century. Every Tuesday, I'll bring to you one success story, tips, and free resources you can use to start your own success journey. If you're new to this podcast, welcome. My name is The School Doc, and I'm a 21st century skills expert, as well as a recognized expert in the K-12 system. I wrote the book on how to fix the K-12 system called Disrupting Education, which is available right now on Amazon. This week's success story follows the meteoric rise of Oprah Winfrey. Maybe you've heard of her. But one of the major problems in America is that we all focus on the end result and never seem to care where people came from, the obstacles they had to overcome, or their success journey. That's why I want to unpack Oprah's journey for you and show you how she became more successful in the 21st century. So, where did Oprah come from? What most people don't know is that Oprah Winfrey was born in Mississippi in 1954. What you need to understand is that Oprah was born at a time and place where extreme racism existed, not like today where fake racism exists. Mississippi was the hotbed of hatred toward black people. In fact, the movie Mississippi Burning is all about the FBI investigation into the murder of 3 civil rights activists in 1964. Oprah lived in Mississippi on a farm with her grandmother until the age of 6 when she moved to Milwaukee to live with her mother. Except while in Milwaukee, Oprah has later revealed she was sexually molested and assaulted as a child. She eventually ran away from home to go live with her father in Nashville, Tennessee. She was 13 years old. It was in Tennessee that Oprah began to shine. The truth is that Oprah just isn't like most people. Oprah doesn't see herself as a victim, and Oprah doesn't really care what you or society has to say at all. Oprah was born into a racist world. She was molested as a child, and yet she said F you to the world and did what she wanted to do anyway. At the age of 17, she won the Miss Black Tennessee beauty pageant, which got her noticed and hired by a local radio station to read stories over the airwaves. Oprah's life trajectory was moving in a different direction. She was trending upwards, not downwards. Oprah received a scholarship to go to Tennessee State, and after college she became a news anchor in Nashville. But it was in 1984 where Oprah made her first big mark on the world stage, when she became the host of AM Chicago, one of the lowest rating morning shows, and turned it into a huge success. Then in 1985, she appeared in the movie The Color Purple, which garnered her an Academy Award and Golden Globe nomination. With the newfound fame, she rebranded the AM Chicago show into the Oprah Winfrey Show and syndicated it nationwide. And at this point in her journey is where most people catch the Oprah train. So what can we learn from Oprah's success story? Before we dive in, it's important we understand the fundamentals of success in the 21st century. The truth is that our school system makes success seem mysterious. It's not. Success is a result of doing the right things. It's that simple. So what do you need to know? 1, you need to know how the 21st century works. 2, you need to know the rules of the 21st century. And 3, you need to know the success playbook. If you know all 3 things, you give yourself 100 times more chances of being successful than if you just wing it every day and hope for the best. Why would you do that? So what did Oprah do right, and what can you learn from her success? So here's the first thing she did. She ignored the noise. That's right, everyone was telling Oprah she can't succeed because she was black and because she was a woman. Can you hear the same noise outside your window right now? Society is going to tell you 1 million reasons why you can't succeed. So it's up to you to either listen to the noise or ignore it. Oprah ignored it. So that's the first key takeaway. Stop listening to people. They are not on your side. So what's the second thing Oprah did right? She followed her dreams. Oprah's goal was to build a platform so she could help people tell their own stories and be a light of hope in the world. Kind of like what I'm trying to do right now. So go, Oprah. So that's the second takeaway. Define your goals. Which brings us to the third thing Oprah did right. She developed a roadmap for success for herself. So here are my school doc tips. Let's recap the 3 things you need to know about success in the 21st century. 1, you need to know how the 21st century works. 2, you need to know the rules of the 21st century. And 3, you need to know the success playbook. If you want to follow in Oprah's footsteps, then you need to realize that Oprah knew how the 20th century worked, and you need to know how the 21st century works. She also knew the rules of the 20th century, and you need to know the rules of the 21st century. And she also had a success playbook. So now it's your turn. I launched Leaf Academy to try and help people follow their dreams and be more successful. Leaf Academy is the first online school that teaches success. That's right. We don't teach algebra and we don't teach Shakespeare. We only teach success. So if you want to be successful, go visit leafacademy.org. Now, I'm just a one-man band. I need to be honest with you, but I'm just getting started. As the podcast grows and I continue to build out Leaf Academy, I will be able to offer paid educational programs, which means I will have the resources to hire teachers and researchers to help me help you guys out there. And that's my mission, to help you be more successful in your life. After all, that's what I do now. I'm a performance coach. I'm already a 21st century skills expert, and I'm already a recognized K-12 expert. So what's next? I'm honestly sick and tired of the K-12 system lying to you, and I'm tired of the constant noise in society telling you all the reasons you can't do something. Oprah ignored it, and I want you to ignore it too. So here are my final thoughts. Oprah followed the performance formula. If you missed the last 2 episodes of the podcast, let me show you that formula again. Motivation plus skills plus confidence equals performance. That's the secret sauce. Oprah was deeply motivated. She was born into racism and child abuse, except Oprah didn't let that define her, and she was motivated to succeed. Next, Oprah decided to study journalism in school, which gave her the skills she needed to land her first job. And finally, Oprah won a beauty pageant, which gave her the confidence she needed to conquer her fears and go all the way. Here's the formula again. Now let's take a look at your own life. What's your motivation? What skills do you have? And how confident are you to make your dreams come true? The point is that Oprah's goal was to be a star on TV. She did not know she was going to become a mega star. And the truth is the last part of her journey was just the icing on the cake. When Oprah turned the AM Chicago show around, that's her goal. That was her achievement. So she was able to attain her dreams at that point. And that's what you need to realize. Your dreams are more attainable than you think. So don't fantasize about the life you want. Sit down and map it out. What is your actual goal? What do you want to achieve? And then apply the formula to that goal. What's your motivation? Do you have the right skills? And how much confidence do you have? When you put all 3 together, you will be successful. On a personal note, did you know this is episode 127 for the Tuesdays with Schwartz podcast? The point is that I've been doing this podcast for the last 3 years. My goal is to make this one of the most listened to podcasts in America. And the fact is that with each new listener, I get closer and closer to that goal. But that's the point. I have a roadmap for success. And making this podcast the best is at the end of the map. So why would I stop going? Why would I just give up? I don't have a big podcast right now, but who cares? I know where I'm going. And that's what I want you to start to realize. You need to know where you're going so that when things get tough, you don't stop your journey. You deserve to make it to the finish line. But if you're just wandering around, then you're not going to make it anywhere. Does that make sense? Like, if you don't know what you're going for, then everything you do makes it feel like I'm not getting anywhere. That's feeling lost. Therefore, you need to sit down and map it out. So that's why I launched Leaf Academy and why I became a performance coach after my highly successful 20-year career inside the K-12 system. all I kept seeing was teachers in the school system telling kids why they would fail. And I just couldn't take it anymore. So stop listening to the noise. No one knows you better than you. I know you can succeed. And if you're having trouble doing that, it's just because you don't know the 3 things. 1, how the 21st century works. 2, the rules of the 21st century. And 3, the success playbook. I want to thank everyone for listening to the Tuesdays with Schwartz podcast. If you want to learn more about success in the 21st century, please visit leafacademy.org. When you visit leafacademy.org, you will get tons of access to free resources like webinars, success activities, blogs, and also previous episodes of this podcast. I hope to see you soon at Leaf Academy. This is your host, the School Doc, and I'll see you next week.
Every now and then you lose in life. What you're risking when you roll the dice. Now I'm gonna place the bet on me. I do believe you